everybody. Back in the greenhouse today. And it is 80 degrees in here. What? Yes, we have melting going on. However, next week we're going to have snow again. But I got out there in my mud boots, my rain boots, my wellies, and cleaned off the back patio. We have dogs and things, and if you live in anywhere where you get snow in the wintertime, you understand what I'm talking about in the thaw. So that's what I got to do today. So much fun. And now I'm in the greenhouse handling some business. So I thought today, without sounding a little too, I don't know, people get really antsy when you talk spiritual things. I don't want to even speak about it from a spiritual sense. I'm going to speak about this from a logical sense. So let's put it this way. Plants have been here a lot longer than we have. Okay? So wouldn't you think that they're a little bit more evolved than us in many, many ways? Even though, we're the top of the food chain, etc., etc. We really put ourselves up high on a pedestal, I gotta say. We've been here for like this much time compared to them. I'm not saying we're not smart. I'm not saying we're not pretty amazing. But they're pretty amazing too. So that being said, now, plants, you may think that they're just like things that sit there, inanimate objects, but they're not inanimate objects. They grow, they communicate with each other, they communicate with the environment, they react to things, they have feelings. Research has even shown that they actually have feelings. So you could put a plant, the same plant, same soil, same pot, same environment, same like sunlight and conditions, give it to two different people, right? One person who is caring for the plant and is like interactive with this plant, and one person who just, like waters it and does whatever they have to, but they're not really engaged with this plant, okay? The one that's being ignored in many ways or, not interacted with won't be in great health. It won't be in as good health as the other one. You're taking care of the other one better, okay? So this is just logic. I'm not saying even just spiritual, okay? I'm not saying all this yet. Although we may talk about that another day, but not today. So these things have feelings. They can feel your intention towards them. They pick up frequencies and vibrations just like we do in the environment. They suck in sunlight and other light. They hear noises and sounds, and they react accordingly. They also are able to send out information through the soil, through these lines of fungus and things like that, information to the other plants around them. In that it's almost like a warning system, or, talking about an insect or some kind of predator that's predating them, so that the other plant can kind of adjust itself. It's very interesting. Look it up. So these things are beings, okay? Don't just be a crappy plant parent. And I mean, I have to admit, I wasn't awesome to every plant all the time. I'm sure a lot of plants needed a little extra from me, and maybe, things happen in your life. But don't be a crappy plant parent. If you're going to plant, take care of the plant. Interact with the plant. It can sense your intentions, okay? Not only that, they communicate to you too. So all these people that say, oh my goodness, I would kill anything. I would kill a cactus. I would kill this. I would kill that. Well, yeah, you might just kill it because you just have that attitude about it, right? Change your mindset. A plant will communicate to you when it needs water, right? It's all wilty. It looks like it needs a drink. Give it a drink. If it's starting to look a little pale and like it's struggling, it's losing leaves, give it some sun, give it some warmth. Maybe it needs a little bit more heat. It's like taking care of a baby. Babies can't really communicate with you in the sense that how we understand with words. They communicate with you through their feelings and through noises and through, you observing them, how they're acting. It's the same thing with a plant. Just saying. Just because we don't communicate on the same level, same way, doesn't mean they're not communicating to you. So you're communicating to this thing. Oh, I'm just talking to a plant. Yeah, well, they're talking back to you. Are you listening? Are you listening? Because this is a two-way street. This is a communication. Not only that, ooh, nice. Not only that, we have come from the earth ourselves. We have come from this planet, just like they have, okay? We've been interacting with them for hundreds, thousands of years, okay? Where has that communication gone? You know, when you study, you look up research, or you read an article about indigenous tribes and how important the plants are to them, and how they see them as beings. Do you think they're that far off? Do you think our ancestors were really that far off? I don't think they were. I think they were more connected to the universe and the nature and the environment and the beings that are around them. They used plants not just for food, but for medicine. Not just for physical health, but mental health, for spiritual health. They used it for rituals. They used it for healing their sick. What, they didn't have pills, they didn't have prescriptions. They had someone who was very especially connected to nature, who had that, you know, that skill. Everyone has different skills. Everyone has different things that they're really good at. And so obviously the people who were shaman and the medicine people, medicine women and medicine men, they had that connection and they studied it. They were our first scientists. Just saying, they're not that far off. Every single thing has energy. Obviously it has energy or it wouldn't grow. Okay? It breathes just like we do. It eats out of the soil. We eat. It's not that far off. When we start seeing the things around us as worthy, as valuable, then we appreciate things a lot more. And guess what? They treat us the same way back. We're not so different. Okay? When you treat your tomato plant with love and you care for it, you tie it up and you put it on the trellis and you sucker the little leaves that are sucking all the energy out so that it can bloom and it can grow fruit. What does it do? It reciprocates that. It gives you fruit. It gives you love back. It gives you health. It gives you energy. It gives you, you know, life. This is life, people. When we start seeing other beings, these are beings. You don't just trample them. You don't just jack them up. They are also beings. Take care of them. We are supposed to be so highly evolved. We're supposed to be taking care of this planet. Are you taking care of the planet? Are you doing your part? Are you planting a tree? Are you planting a plant? Are you trying to grow your food? Or are you increasing the footprint? Not just the carbon footprint, but are you increasing a stomp on the planet? Are you stomping it out? Or are you doing something? Okay, we've got to get back to nature. We've got to understand what's happening with the plants around us and the animals around us so that we can understand ourselves and we can survive, because we are all here together. It's so bad that we as people can't even coexist with each other without wanting to wring each other's necks. It's terrible. We're judgmental. We're horrible to each other. We're still at this point, people. We have so many bigger issues to deal with than this nonsense. Okay? And it's important nonsense. But it's got to be dealt with. People have got to move on. We have other things to deal with. We have to ascend from the monotony of this nonsense. We have to start appreciating each other. And it starts at a basic level. Appreciate the things around you. Things that are alive. Because one day you're not going to be. You're not going to be gracing the halls of a house. Anyone's halls. You're going to be gone, right? We have to appreciate our life. We have to appreciate the lives around us. Okay? And that doesn't just include plants. That includes everybody. Appreciate each other. Respect each other. Give each other that love. If you want love back, you have to radiate love. And it'll radiate back to you. This is a reciprocal thing. Two-way street. Doesn't just go with people. So, yeah, it ended up being on some other level, I guess, today. But logically speaking, scientifically speaking, they eat, they breathe like we do, they communicate, they react to things. They have feelings just like we do. We think our feelings are so important. Something to think about. Just saying. Tell me what you guys think. Do you talk to your plants? Plants are happier when you talk to them. In fact, they grow better when I have a radio going on out here. But the radio that I have, the batteries just suck it up like that. But when they have music, I see the difference over long period of time. You can't see it in a short period of time. But you can tell the difference if you've been doing this for a while. You see how different things, how they react to different things. So let them speak to you. And even on such a basic level as, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry. Start paying attention to those nuances. Then you'll start noticing other things. Like, what is this thing good for? This is good. It's good for me. It wants to help me. It wants to heal my body. Just saying, this is how we're going to make it, guys. This is how we're going to survive. And we have to teach our kids this stuff. A lot of people think it's ridiculous and it's maybe hokey. But do you know how important this was to our ancestors? I know most people honor their ancestors. They honor their culture from which they come. But we're not paying attention to those things. We pick and choose the little things that we want to honor. Pay attention to what it was that was important to them and why it was important to them and how they showed reverence towards it. Maybe we'll learn something. Maybe we'll get somewhere. I don't know. I think it starts at a basic level. Anyway, plants have feelings. Plants are beings. Get around their energy. They create energy. They give off energy. And you know what? They're a lot smarter than we are in many, many ways. They can see other wavelengths that we can't. Are we that awesome? I don't know. I read something the other day. What were they talking about? Some organism that can see a ridiculous amount of colors that we have no idea. I forget what it was. Were they talking about an octopus or some other animal that like sees an unbelievable array of colors that we couldn't even imagine? Anyway, I hope that that's something to chew on today. So I'm in here. I'm going to do some more planting. I'm going to appreciate my plants a little better. Get out here. I have a little more time now that it's warm to get out here. I'm excited about the spring. You know, everyone's excited when you're stuck in the house for the entire winter. I hope that you live somewhere warm and you get sun and you get warmth, because it's amazing how different your demeanor is when you get a little fresh air, a little sunshine. We all need that. Okay? So do our plants. Anyway, I digress. Let's go. Have a good day. I hope you guys are having a good day. All right? Be a champion in your kitchen, in your greenhouse, wherever you are. Eat deliciously. Bye.